Hello, hello. Hello, hello. So, what we are going to do today is write some vaults, Solana vaults in Anchor. So, if you are familiar with Solana blockchain, this would be a very simple stuff. We'll be writing in Anchor. Hello, hello. So yeah, the voice seems fine. Let's proceed with the coding stuff. Before the coding stuff, let's just map out some things. So, here is going to be our vault. There will be a user who will be transferring to Vault and will be getting his amount from the Vault. We can further on add some more function to it, but for now we will just keep it simple. For for example, deposit and withdraw function would be enough for it, and for one another function, the init function, that will be initializing the vault. So I guess that's pretty simple. Let's just name it vault the user. Let's start with the coding stuff. What we will do is anchor init template is equal to multiple template. We will be following some nice practices. Let's go with vault, anchor vault. Let's wait for it to initialize the project. So project is initialized. CD anchor vault. Let's cursor anchor vault. Let's wait for it to open. Okay, so let me just walk you through the structure of it. So here we have this is our main toml file for the workspace, and for the program this is our specific workspace. We will not be needing any more stuff as we are not including tokens, so we'll not be needing anchor SPL. Let's go and write some states for our account. Before that, let me just wait a sec. Yeah, sure. So for the vault, what what information the vault will be storing? So let's just map that before starting. Uh, so the vault will be storing what sort of amount? The main thing, the amount. Vault will be storing the amount in it. Hmm. Or maybe the init. That would make more sense because we will be initializing the vault with an Okay. So vault state. Okay, that vault will actually not be storing any vault will be storing, but that will be a system account, so it doesn't need any custom struct for it. Let's just delete it. But there will be a vault state which will be storing the bumps for our vault. So it would be easier for us to get to the vault without needing. I will be just explaining
I'm
in a bit.
hungry.
Uh, what was that? Hmm, Just what was the strange noise? I don't know. So what I was telling you about, to reach this vault, we'll be storing some bumps in a vault state. We'll be storing its bump. Let's start with a state. It's going to be a simple state, so we do not need to define anymore. So we can just use an anchor prelude that will be importing all the necessary stuffs. And for the state, let's hashtag account public state vault. No need to get token and owner. We just need a public vault bump and pub vault state bump to actually derive this the state itself. That will be u8. That seems fine. Vault bump, and let's derive init space. Yeah, that seems fine. State, I guess, will be storing this much only. So for mm, so the main thing we will be doing with our vault will be depositing and withdrawing. And if a user wants, we can close it. So we'll be implementing deposit and close. So first of all, let's define our contexts. Contexts. Let's change everything. Uh, Initialize. Okay, so we'll be initializing the vault first of all. So we will be having a signer, that's for sure. A public, a user, a signer, info. Let's just turn off cursor for a moment. Okay, so we will be having a user which will be mutable, that will be paying for the fees and also transferring things for the net. The user will be paying it. And so after user, we will be having vault state account, vault state account info, and what the name of the let's what was vault state seems fine. Account vault state, that looks good. We will be putting some constraints here. Account vault state mutable. Sorry, we'll be it's initialized, so we will be initializing the vault. Pair is equal to a user. Seeds is equal to vault and user dot key dot as ref. That seems fine. Bump. Why is it complaining? Space. Okay, space. Pair space is equals to vault state discriminator. So as usual, we will be adding discriminator dot length plus vault state init underscore space. This seems fine. Why is it complaining now? Expected, yeah, comma. Anything else? Vault state. Is it it will be complaining about system program? Let's add because it's just a so the system program is responsible for creating accounts. So let's add a system program info system. Now it should stop complaining. I just need a little comma. And now we will be defining our actual vault. Pub vault, that's going to be a system account. Info, that seems fine. Why is it complaining? The comma usual and the vault. Let's add some constraints with accounts macro. So we do not need to initialize. We just need to provide seeds to it. Let's just ask cursor for it. First of all, let's add seeds. Seeds is equal to b vault state e dot as ref. So we'll be attaching it to the vault state. So our vault state will be performing operations, will be the authority for it, and bump, we are initializing it, so we do not have any pumps yet. So the reason why vault, maybe because there it's not a custom account that needs to be initialized. So when we will be transferring to it, the system program will handle all the things. Let's just ask cursor for more details. Why this doesn't require init? Only explain. Okay, let's wait. Looking at the client because it's a system account. Here's the key difference between vault state require init type account needs to store custom data, must be explicitly created, and initialize anchor needs to allocate. Yeah, that's fine. Vault doesn't require init. Just a simple account yeah, that's fine. Can be derived reference using the PDA seeds without explicit initializers. And yeah, that's a PDA that serves as a simple wallet to also, since it doesn't need to store any custom program, doesn't need to initialize this. Yeah, we will not be storing any data for it, so we will not be needing any init function. The system account will handle things for us. So let's implement things on it. I guess everything is enough for it. Info initialize, just defining lifetimes as usual stuff, and let's put this inside that here function init. Let's remove it. here. We will not be needing context. We will be getting it from the mute self. Mute self, and we will be needing bumps, initialize bumps, anchor provided. That's feature of anchor. Okay, so what we need to do with initialize function is to store bumps in our vault state. So self dot vault state dot set inner function initialize. Hmm, that's no vault state. That will be a vault state. So here are all the things. Vault bump would be bumps dot vault state bumps would be va- bumps dot vault state. So that looks fine. Set vault, things look good. So here it's our initialize function and initialize instruction. So the next thing we are going to do is add a context, another context, deposit or withdraw, or we can call it vault action. Vault action, not this. Vault action. Come on. Vault action.rs. Hmm. What was it? The underscore or vault underscore action.rs? Let's define it inside pub mod vault action pub use vault action star vault action. Get okay. Let's get let's get reports, I guess. Let's get everything from here. Change it to vault action or slash the deposit and the withdraw. So a user will be there for it, and there will be vault state. We do not need to initialize or not need any space. Pump will be from our vault state dot vault bump, and same here. Bump is equal to vault state dot vault bump. So seems fine. Everything looks good. What else is left? Let's change the name to vault action. We do not need any pumps. We we definitely need amount that will be U64. So for deposit, we will be CTIing it into system program that will be handling the transfers, as it is a native account, Solana native account. So let's CPI program is equal to self dot account self dot system program dot to account info. Let CPI accounts is equals to, this function will be deposit. Let CPI accounts is equal to transfer from and to from the self dot user dot e sorry, not e dot to account info to self dot vault to account info. Looks good. Now we let define the context. Let CPI context is equal to CPI context new CPI program and CPI accounts. Seems good. Put here a transfer function. Hoping it looks does not look good. This is not the transfer. That's the right one. Con Context will be CPI context and the lamp ports will be the amount. Question mark, and looks good. The deposit is complete. Let's see if anything is left. Nah, deposit is complete. Let's proceed with withdraw.
Nice to meet you. I'm Kotu.
Okay, let's get to the sounds. I'm streaming on a YouTube. I can't see any chats. Am I live somewhere else? Let's let's go for Twitch. Am I live there? Let's go to home. I'm not live there. So how am I receiving these chats? The voices, live chat. Everything is empty. Hmm, strange. Let's proceed with our withdraw function. We'll be withdrawing from self.user account info, not from user. Will be uh, from vault to user Let's CPI context. As our program will be signing it, so we will need with a CPI with signer. Now comes some strange bit. Signer seeds. Signers seeds. Let's define let signer seeds. Hmm. I'll look towards uh so I'm assuming, not assuming, let's go with this as reference. So we'll be needing vault to sign. Oh, sorry, vault. And what else was there for vault? Why is it complaining a lot? Oh, yeah, forgot that. What else? Vault is there and a user key. Self dot vault state. Hmm. So there will be vault state. We can just put it simple state here. Hmm. That doesn't look or state. We'll be transferring from vault. Vault is assign. So vault is this. Oh yeah, it seems good. Vault state dot to account info dot key. Now that looks good. Why is it complaining? Dot key as the ref dot as ref, as we have the reference for it, and now comes and cell dot vault state dot vault bump. Now that looks good. Let's seeds. These are the seeds. Let signers. Let signer seeds or whatever is let signer seed is equal to, and seed spread it out. Looks good. Hmm. Good. Why is complaining? Space type requires another. I provided. Signer seed. So let's remove that from here and pass it on to here. That looks good. CPI context amount. So the withdrawal functionality is also finished. So initialize is finished. Deposit and withdraw is finished. Let's move to close. Close.rs. Vault action. Let's Get everything from here, close. We add it to pub mod, close, pub use, close. So the user is this. One thing I guess is left in the vault action is to make this mutable, as we'll be transferring things, and do the same thing with here and this. It's not state, it's state. Let's add state to here, and in the close this will also be mutable, and we'll be closing it. So close is equal to user. Why is it complaining? Expect a comma. We do not need to close it here. If we just pull out everything, it will be automatically be removed for us. System program, implement close. Just remove that. Function close. This will be same from vault to user. Seeds are that the amount is going to be a different. You do not need amounts here. For the amount, self dot vault dot lamps. Hmm. So that looks fine. Everything is good. The vault is finished. Why is it complaining? Unexpected SFG. So go to the librs. Hashtag this allow unexpected, not an unexpected SFG, and deprecated. Now the errors are gone. Pub function handler we have in it. Let's slice function. Okay, so we need context dot accounts dot init function. Bumps are will be from ctx dot bumps, and will be passing the reference. Looks good. Not that pub function. Pub function will be a deposit. Let's copy this. That's this, and deposit context is equal to vault action. deposit. Do not need sums. We need amount here. Use 64 amount. Seems fine. Pop-up function. Withdraw. So just copy it. Paste it here. Paste it here. Withdraw and close amount dot withdraw function close. I think one thing is remaining. Close. Rs. Complaining about this. Close. Rs. Close. 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 Do not need this. And no amount. We do not need any amount. We do not need any extra things. So we just need the function call self only. Let's anchor build. Let's anchor test it. It will generate initial ideal for it. Although the test would be failing, or maybe I don't know. Let's anchor build. Wait for it. Let's move to test. Okay. Maybe I should focus on tests as well. Let's look for the test. It's building. It's gonna take a long time. So let's wait for it to happen. So what's the time? Let me 291 dropped frames. Also, what I was doing was it's 38 minutes. Sounds good. So next time I'll be considering it and doing it in under 20 minutes or maybe 15 minutes. I'll try coding interval under 15 minutes. Maybe some tutorial as well. Tutorial sounds good. It's taking a lot of time to build. Oh my god. So what to do in the meantime? Let me explore some tests for it. One passing should pass. So what I can see is we need to add vault state and vault. Hmm. Const vault state is equal to anchor dot web3 dot public key dot find program address synchronously. Now we need to define our seeds. buffer dot from state. So we need a provider here. Thing we can do is anchor dot anchor provider dot public key. Nah, that's not going to work. So we will be defining our provider separately. So provider is equal to anchor dot anchor provider dot key, and we instead of this we'll be defining provider here. So from the provider we can get from the env or anchor provider we can get our provider dot public key dot 2 bytes. So let me just finish it and ask program dot program ID. Why is it not picking the 0? Why is it not picking from buffer dot from? Okay, I missed some things. Let me just define that nicely. Hmm. Looks good. Let's open. Explain this. Find program generates a deterministic IR. It's owned by the program. Okay. Seeds the wallet's public key. So what are the seeds we were supposed to required in the init user key? Okay, that's fine. Okay, program ID. Yeah, everything looks fine. Let's get our, where are the tests? And these are the tests. Let's get our vault also. Cons we'll follow TypeScript conventions. Here, vault is equal to anchor. Let's copy everything from here. Yeah, what was the 0 thing? I guess it returns a public key. Okay, the public key and the bump seed. Okay, we just need a public key. That's fine. Vault buffer from vault, and we did not needed user for it. Where is the initialize? We needed vault state dot key. Where are the tests? Tests. Yeah, here are the tests. We did not need provider dot public key. We needed vault state dot 2 bytes. Hmm. Looks good. So we will be adding dot methods dot initialize, and let's pass accounts partial. Account partial is there is no function difference between the method accounts method only different alert specifying all accounts even if they can be raised. On the other hand, accounts method doesn't exist. So for the accounts normal account method we need to pass every function, and for the account partial uh, we can skip non-optional accounts. Let me just get from my older code. uh, there is a signer. Why is it complaining? Let's get vault state. Let's get vault system program finger dot web3 dot. Why is it complaining? Dot rpc. Signer doesn't exist. On sparse. Let me just get some. Maybe the signer wasn't there. There was a user. Yeah, that's fine. We defined a user here, not signer. Let's get some logs from here. So I'm just learning to write test, and for the reference I'm seeing my older code which I wrote initially. So this is for the initialize instruction. Let's run it and test it. Anchor test should be fine. Ah, it is not. Vault state. A seeds constraint was violated. For vault state. Hmm. What are the seeds required for the initialize? We had vault and the user key. I mean, that looks good. No, that's a vault state. We need to add state here, not an actual vault. No, that would be fine. Let's wait for it to build again. Now running the test. Passed it. Bam. So is initialized. IG for another test. Deposit to. So let me just get my test. Let me guess all the remaining tests and just change things. User, user, user. I'll be focusing on tests later. It's time already. Like I've been streaming from like 50 minutes. Let's test some tests. Okay, that failed horribly.
Nice to meet you. I'm Kotu.
Why am I getting these strange noises? Where am I streaming? A seed constraint was violated. Okay, okay, that makes sense. Huh, the a seed constraint vault state. That looks fine. What's the issue? The issue might be what we are getting a user vault state vault and a system program. User vault state vault action deposit two souls. And where are the methods? Methods looks fine. But for the deposit. In the things look good. I did not see any errors. 2006. A seed constraint was violated. But why is a seed constraint violated in the first place? Things look good. Let me just copy seeds. Okay, I guess the issue might be in the issue is here, I guess. Okay, now that looks. Let's test it again. We probably need to set it here too. Let's do anchor build. anchor test. Okay. Okay, so what am I missing here? Let's just close. Let's comment it out and do an anchor clean, anchor test. It's going to build a cam. Let's hope everything's good. So we'll be proceeding step by step. After this build, we'll be focusing on transferring two souls only. Let me just check also if I have enough soul or definite soul in my wallet. Unlock. Yeah, that there's enough Solana. Let's see why is it complaining. Mm, It's going to take a lot of time. Let me read through this. One of my other code. So yeah, what I found is for deriving vault we needed this b vault state dot key dot key as rev vault dot set dot vault bump. That looks fine. Everything should be correct. But this withdraw is itself is failing. So initialize is passing. Let's do it. Deposit. Let's debug deposit. Hmm. Seed constraint was validated. Like in what is the seed constraint? Account vault state seed constraint. So we have state vault action. Yes, state. Let's get it here. I mean, these both things looks fine.
Nice to meet you. I'm Kotu. Let's get some help. Let's see what it's going to find. It should be obvious. I'm missing some obvious things. Let me also do something. It's obvious things missing. What is that obvious thing? Okay. I found that. It's not vault bump. It's vault state. It was state bump. What the fuck is even it's suggesting? Where was the initial state? So it was this vault state, and I was using what? Where is the vault action? I was using vault pump. And let's also change here. The vault pump is not going to be here, it's going to be vault state. It should be a vault state pump, but let's proceed. Everything should be fine. Let's uncomment everything, hoping everything goes smoothly this time. Close might uh, give me some errors. Running a test suite. Pass. Okay. The threes are passing, the close vault is failing. Unauthorized signer or writable accounts. Okay. There's some a new error. Let's go. The allotted balance is this. That's going to be a vault. And things should be smooth here as well. Bravo. मजे आ गए. So that's for it. And tests are passing, everything's good. The next time I will be doing it in 15 minutes for the program and under 15 minutes testing. Let's go. And for the next time I will be writing escrow
most probably. So bye, see you sometime